Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your general reading for March 2022. This is going to be a reading for the Cancer Collective, and because of that, the message may not resonate for everyone. What we're going to do today is we're going to pull 2 spell cards, and then we're going to move on to tarot and see what messages we have for you. So let's get started. Now, while I shuffle these cards, I just want to let you know that even though the reading is a general one, oftentimes the readings tend to be heavy in one area or another. So for example, it might be heavy in terms of talking about finances, or it might favor relationships, or maybe it's going to favor career. So even though the goal is for it to be general, usually one area takes over. Okay. Move these out of the way. Okay, let's see what we have here, Cancer. Ooh, true love, come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. So already we can kind of see the possible angle that this reading is going to have. So true love might be in the form of romantic love. It might have to do with love between friends. It might have to do with the love of a pet. So true love comes in all forms, but very interesting way to open up the reading. And this is card number 26 for those who are interested or for whom that number might bear some significance. So that's your first one. I will put it right here. And then your second card is grace. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. And Cancer, it goes without saying that of all the signs, you are perhaps the most gracious. You know, you've been through a lot of things. You know, people come to you a certain way and you always handle them and manage the situation with class and with grace. So it's very appropriate for this to be the card that we pulled for your reading. And this is card number 20, again, for those who are interested in numbers. So you are very gracious by nature, Cancer. You handle all challenges, probably in a way that other signs wouldn't. So let's move on to tarot. Oops, what card? Okay, Cancer. Let's see what we have. Knight of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Swords. 5 of Cups. Ace of Cups. 4 of Pentacles. Wheel of Fortune. 6 of Wands. There is a lot to be said here, Cancer, and it's interesting because I think it was your reading last month which spoke of a romantic situation, which perhaps was on again, off again, in and out, and how much stress and strain that was causing you. And I mention that because if we're going to talk about the planets, Mars and Venus, also known as Aries and Aphrodite, have been doing this dance since last month. And for those of you who might not be familiar with Greek or Roman mythology, Mars and Venus, again, Aries and Aphrodite, depending if we're talking about Roman mythology or Greek mythology, they were lovers. And there's a lot of intensity between these two gods. Aphrodite or Venus is the goddess of desire, whereas Mars or Aries is all about passion. And you could look it up and read about their story and all the different myths that pertain to these two characters. But I bring this up only to say that what is happening with the planets between Mars and Venus since last month is reflected in your readings since last month. So if you have somebody who's in and out and they're not sure or you're not sure, it's because of these struggles that are going on which are beyond us. Now, you have handled this situation and this person with grace as you always do. Again, Cancer. People put you sometimes in challenging situations, and this isn't just in your relationships, this is also when it comes to family members, this is also when it comes to career or other pursuits that you may have. People might present you with challenges, or they might do things that, as I mentioned at the opening, any other sign would react strongly to, but you don't. You have this classy, charismatic way of handling things. You don't go down the petty path. You just let them be. You hardly ever confront the person, and you just deal with it. That is not to say that what other people do don't hurt you, because Cancer, we know you are the most emotional sign of the zodiac. You take everything to heart. You just don't act upon it in an outwardly way where people would know that. Now, going back into the relationship aspect, I'm going to focus on that only because I think the true love that we're talking about here, along with what we were just talking about, the planets, has to do with one particular person who has been in and out. And they have been very indecisive sometimes, or at least it appears that way to you. And this has caused you a lot of stress and a lot of strife, but you haven't expressed it to them in a way or a manner that they would potentially recognize, or maybe as forcefully as they deserve to be confronted. Now, what I see here is that this individual is addicted in a sense to your nurturing way and your nurturing character and your nurturing nature. Cancer, again, by definition, you are the nurturer of the zodiac. You comfort everyone. So not only do you not confront people the way that they necessarily might deserve, and not only do you handle difficult situations and interpersonal relationships with class and with dignity, but you are a nurturer, and people come to you when they need that reassurance. Again, even platonically, we're not just simply talking about the romantic aspect. People come to you because they crave what you give them, and what you give them is emotional security and comfort and reassurance. That is you, Cancer. Admirable qualities to have. And what I see here is that this person is at the point where they recognize that that is what they want. They realize that that is what you have been giving them. And this is drawing them back. They want that comfort and that love that Cancer can provide them. Previously, they weren't too sure about that. They weren't too sure. They were focusing on other things. They had something lacking within them, not noticing all that was there and how much value that offered their life. They are going to recognize this, and they're going to make another attempt to rectify this situation. The Ace of Cups, all good things, an offer of love, a new start, something refreshing, the hope of a new beginning or of a new slate. Because they figured out, again, that all that you have to offer, Cancer, which is so much, it is so much and it is so plentiful, they want to keep that close to them. They want to keep that close to them. And they are now seeing things in this connection and in this dynamic that they didn't see before. The same goes for you. You are seeing things in a different way, and you are recognizing things about yourself. Now, again, I'm going to go back to this Five of Cups. And we must acknowledge that this situation has caused you a lot of stress in the past. And this is a situation that was created by somebody else. And at times you felt that all was lost. And at times they felt that all was lost in this connection. But in fact, it's not. In fact, it's not. And whatever troubles are indicated in this card here in the forefront, there is a lot of peace in the background, indicating that this connection and this situation had a lot of things that were solid. And this person is now recognizing this, and they want to have another go, and they're coming to you with a brand new attitude, approach, just in a different way, in a refreshing way, almost as if they're going to try to offer a clean slate. Because they've come to realize now that this is exactly what they've always wanted and exactly what they need. Their eyes are opening. Now, I read the cards horizontally and vertically. And this is this person coming in, perhaps in a way that's like rash and quick and impulsive, but they are coming in with this new offer for you. They weren't sure what they were doing before, and the on again, off again, in and out, coming into your life, putting you in a bad situation, which as always you handled with grace and with dignity. But now they see here that they want to hold you close. They want to hold on to this connection. They don't want to lose it completely. And their eyes have opened, and they're now seeing the truth and the clarity, and where there was unhappiness for you, Cancer, in this connection, or maybe not even unhappiness, but this state of just exhaustion by the ups and downs, we see here that now there will be some type of a resolution. And that is up to you how you want that to be resolved. But I do see there's going to be a resolution that will make you happy. So if that means you want to pursue things with this person and you want to go ahead in this connection, you will do that. And if you feel that it has run its course and you're not going to accept this, then that is fine. And that is, that's okay. And that's the decision that's going to be in your best good. But I see that what's been happening here in this connection aligns so much with what's been going on with Mars and Venus. Because again, that began back in February. And it's going to run through this month, and then things will taper off and be peaceful again. So maybe it's just been a bump in the road between you and this person. Maybe there's been no contact for 2 months, or maybe, maybe longer than that. But like, it's been a rough patch. It's been a rough couple of months. And maybe, just maybe, if you have felt strongly about this connection, this is the true love that is coming to you. Maybe this is true love that just had some kinks and needed to be worked out. Now I'm going to pull some more cards. Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Temperance, Nine of Cups. Okay, I really like this for you, Cancer. First off, Queen of Cups, that is definitely your energy there. Typically from the major arcana, it is the Chariot, that is the Cancer card. But from the court cards, Queen of Cups is definitely Cancer energy. So there you are. It is possible that some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius, not necessarily, but we do have Temperance here. So Queen of Cups is indicative of your energy and what we've been talking about, everything that you have to offer. Empathy, love, giving. You have that nurturing and giving nature. Again, that is what they want to hold on to. Okay? They want to hold on to that Queen of Cups energy. What you have shifted into, which is lovely, is you are now taking on some of that Queen of Swords energy. And what does that mean? You have more clarity on this situation. You have more clarity as to what is going on here. You have more clarity as to what the other person's motivations might be, incentives might be, what it is that they're looking for, their likes and dislikes, the energies behind them, the influences as to why they behave the way that they do. And Cancer, this is something that I want you to do in other situations as well. Meld that nurturing, empathetic Queen of Cups energy where you understand and you feel for the person, but also, bring a little bit of that Queen of Swords energy into it as well, because that will give you a nice balance between the two, so that when you're involved or dealing with people, you're not just simply dealing with your heart, which again is the most wonderful attribute that you have, but you are also dealing with, what you're recognizing what's going on behind the scenes and you're analyzing it. I want you to approach this situation and other situations, again, either with friends, family, co-workers, with a nice balance between your head and your heart. Because by doing that, you'll be able to see and navigate the entire picture of any situation, the entire landscape. So they're going to come back into the picture and make another offering of a clean start, a clean slate. And of course, your heart most likely wants to jump right in and go with that. However, make sure that you have processed all of the scenarios and all of the possibilities of what doing that might mean. Again, balance these two aspects out. And maybe that way the situation might be more balanced, and express to them what your hesitations are if in fact you do have hesitations. Now, I like the fact that this ended, this last card is the Nine of Cups, because here we have the despair, here we have victory, and here we have the Nine of Cups. And for you, Cancer, I like this card better than the Ten of Cups, and I'll tell you why. Ten of Cups is more of a collective fulfillment, right? We have the picture of the family and the rainbow and all the cups and the kids and I believe the dogs, etc. This card is more of your individual fulfillment. So whatever it is that you decide to do in this situation will give you that personal fulfillment. Just like we said, you have the option here. If you decide to go with it, great. If you decide not to, great. But whatever your answer is, whatever approach you need to take when they reapproach you, it's going to lead you to that individual fulfillment regardless, Cancer, because you have all of the traits to be fulfilled. You've got grace, you've got empathy, you've got love, you've got nurturing. You have everything to fulfill yourself and to fulfill other people. This person now recognizes that, thus their return, thus offering you cups. But either way, you will be okay, Cancer. You have that personal fulfillment on the horizon. And as always, regardless of what you do, you are going to handle the entire situation gracefully. Because that is you, Cancer. That is what I have for you today. Let me know in the comments if the last 2 months have been particularly rough in your personal relationships. Just curious to see, if what is reflected in the planets is in fact going on there. And thank you so much, and until next time, bye-bye.